Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our webinar today. It's about the infrastructure. So we heard a lot about the three lignite regions and about the opportunities in the hydrogen sector. My name is Heiko Staubitz. I work with Germany Trade Invest more than 40 years, and I support, together with our partners in the federal states, companies from all over the world if they want to start their business in Germany. And so, as we already heard, we supported companies like Sai or Elogen. That was one of my first hydrogen projects, and many other companies. And today I'm here with two experts from the region. It's Ms. Christine Heinemann from Infraleuna GmbH and also Ms. Elke Hohmann from the Rhenish Revier. And so I'm very happy to have you here with me today and to answer your questions. So please send many questions you have during this webinar today. So please feel free to send all the questions you have to us. And I'm very happy to address these questions to our speakers today. I will start with Ms. Hohmann, and I have one question to you. So from my side, and we already heard a lot today, but what is your most ambitious H2 project in your region? So it would be great if you could give some information about this project and also about your company. Thank you.
So thank you very much for the introduction. Well, my ambitious project is in our region. Well, let's start with the region first. It's the Rhenish region, and the Rhenish region is in Western Germany. So it's very close to the Dutch and Belgian border. And we are in the heart of North Rhine-Westphalia, or if you like, in the center of Europe. And we can be described as an industry region and also with an exceptionally high density of university and research institutions. So we have both. We have the science and we have also the business in our region. But we are an energy region by history, if you like. And we are characterized at the moment with by the extraction of open cast mines, power generation and refining of lignite. But as this comes to an end, the region is transforming into a sustainable and renewable energy region. And hydrogen is a key for this transformation process. And that is what we focus on at the moment when we're talking about energy. And hydrogen as a central element is in achieving the climate protection goals, and for the modernization of our region, we have many projects already up and running. We have projects in companies, we have projects within the research institutions, but we have also projects running in cooperation of both. So companies with the research institution. But the flagship project is the so-called HCH2 project. And this is a very big project. It's from Forschungszentrum Jülich, one of the famous research institutions in our region. And they will set up a Helmholtz cluster for sustainable and infrastructure compatible hydrogen economy. So something completely new to our region. And this project is quite a prestigious project because it's funded by around 816 million euros over a period of around 70 years. And this is funded by the federal ministry, but also by the state of North Rhine-Westphalia. And only looking at the amount of money spent on this project, it shows that it's really, the key project in our region. What does the cluster wants to reach? So this cluster is doing research, development, and demonstration of innovative technologies at one place. And it addresses production, logistics, and the use of green hydrogen on a large scale. So this project is in a very new business park, and this business park addresses only energy topics and renewable energy topics. So we have a cluster within a cluster of a business park. And therefore, this cluster will demonstrate all the application scenarios in real time. So you can go there and you learn about hydrogen, and you can also experiment and experiment your own projects in this business park together with this Helmholtz cluster. And this is the most prestigious project in our region, followed by many others. I can also say that the German Aerospace Center is active in all areas of hydrogen research, from manufacturing, development until use. And we are very close in contact with other networks, all having the same topics, the main aim, coming hydrogen into real, if you like.
Okay, thank you very much. And because this breakout session is about infrastructure, so as you mentioned, your project, what you just explained about, is there. What did you do for what did you invest money also in the infrastructure there, or what kind of infrastructure is there already available, so that if companies locate there, so what benefit would they have?
Well, we have the infrastructure of knowledge, if you like. Yeah, so
Okay.
that is the research institutions and also the university. And it's not only universities with R&D, but we have also the University of Applied Science. So we are really a knowledge region, if you like. So,
okay.
But that's not all. We have also, of course, we have infrastructure in form of pipelines already. Mm-hmm. We have a close connection also to the overseas ports into our region, also into, if you like, into mainland Europe, if you like, into Germany and the rest of Europe. That is already given and will be also expand over the next years. Yes. And we have also, other projects running with public transports, for example, and that needs also certain infrastructures like, where you can, fill your tank, if you like. So gas stations, hydrogen gas station, or we have also projects in doing this, special sort of mobility hubs, if you like. So we are building up this infrastructure as well. So we have already a very good base, but we are working on this to extend the space.
Okay, thank you very much. So please send us all the questions you've got. So I have now a question for Ms. Heinemann from Infraleuna. So what are the advantages of investing in green hydrogen projects in your region? So that would be my question to you. So maybe give some more information about this question.
Yes, hi, thank you for the opportunity to discuss today as well. My name is Christine Heinemann from Infraleuna. We're the owner and operator of infrastructure on the Leuna chemical complex, which has already been discussed a little in the session today. We have several reasons why our area is so advantageous. The main reason I would say is just looking at our chemical site, we have more than 100 chemical companies on the site. We have the industrial users located here. That means there's also a higher added value of using the currently limited supply of hydrogen directly in an area where the demand is high. And we also have the infrastructure already available here. And being located in the center of Germany also helps to it also helps to be easily accessed to all over Germany and all over Europe.
Okay, and could you give a little more information about Infraleuna? So are there many companies located there, or how can we, so that we get a better picture of what's going on in Infraleuna?
Yes, let me go back to that. So our chemical site, as I mentioned, is we have more than 100 chemical companies on the site.
Okay.
We have 1,300 hectares of space on our site, and about 35 hectares are still available for investments. the concept of our chemical site is that we take advantage of the synergies between the companies. So in terms of implementing a hydrogen infrastructure, we look to see that we also take advantage of these synergies. So we place companies next to each other who would be able to use products from the other companies, reduce the transportation costs and the problems that come along with that. We as Infraloina make sure that this infrastructure is kept up to date. We take care of the pipelines, the roads, we have a site fire brigade, we also connect the companies to each other. So in terms of networking, it's also very important for us to get people connected, because it's also a major supporting role for implementing a project, any projects regarding hydrogen. You have to talk to people as well. It's very important.
Okay, thank you very much. And Ms. Hohmann, I think there's also a lot of industry in your region, and so I think there are already some hydrogen pipelines, as you mentioned before. Can you give us some more information about your region, about the industry there, so about the partners, so yeah, for our investors, so that they can maybe see, okay, so that would be a good area to invest also in this region.
Well, we are really an industry region, and besides the energy industry, we have some other branches like mechanical engineering, we have metal industry, and we are #1 location for chemical industry here in Western Germany. So, but we have also agribusiness, and especially, why do we have energy so much needed? Because we have very energy intensive industry here. We have also the paper industry here and the food industry here. So we need energy, and because we're doing now the transition process, we have to look how we get the energy so that we can feed our energy intensive industries. And being an industry region, that also means that we have skilled and well-educated workforce. And this workforce accompanied by nearly 25,000 graduates leaving the university every year. So we have a very high potential of knowledge for new business that will developing on this hydrogen move, if you like. And that is our, one of our main advantages in this region, that we are an energy intensive region, that we have industry, and that we have the workers for it. And that is very important when we're doing the next step into hydrogen. We have also a lot of windmills over here, which is also an advantage, because with the windmills, we have the potential to produce hydrogen. And if we can't produce enough, we are very well located in our region. So we have direct access to the River Rhine and to the ports over there. And we are very close to the Dutch and Belgium coast, where we have the so-called SARA ports, so the overseas ports, so that we can import also hydrogen. So we are very well located. So if you can't produce, we can import this, this material, this hydrogen. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, that's also my experience. So that many of our investors, which we are in contact with, so that they are asking of if it's available, if renewable electricity is available close by, and so that's really a major point, and especially also regarding the universities, R&D institutes, so that they would like to be in contact with them doing some projects. So I think that that's really important. So
And because we are an industry region, we have already nearly a complete value chain. And because of industries, we need so many components and parts that can also be used for the hydrogen business nowadays. And so we don't have to invent or develop everything to go onto this business. So we have already companies dealing with certain components that are used already on smaller application, but we are able to scale. And that is also important to know.
Okay, thank you. And another question to Ms. Heinemann. So I think we all, hydrogen is it's a topic we discussed many years, but so what do you think is now what changed right now? So what is the difference if you compare it before, maybe if you think about a few years ago and now? So what is your understanding? What changed to the years before in the hydrogen, or what makes it different right now?
I think that goes back to the basic idea of supply and demand and the willingness of the customer to pay a higher price. There's been a change recently in the societal acceptance for a higher price for green products. When seeing that, there's also been advancements in the research and development related to hydrogen recently, but the main thing in my eyes is the change in the society to more acceptance for the higher price.
Okay, is that what you already from companies which are located on your site, what they give you as information, so that they, if they are going more green, so that they can get higher price for it? Is that also what you hear from companies there, or?
It's a general trend that we have been seeing lately.
Okay.
Yes. And in terms of when we look at the energy prices that are in place right now, that's also skyrocketing, but we need the energy. It has to be paid for, it has to be produced. We can't just shut off the chemical industry because the prices are higher.
Yeah. And Ms. Hohmann, do you have a similar experience in this field, so that there is now really a focus on hydrogen, or what do you think changed right now if you compare it before?
I don't want to say it's a hype, but it's really a focus on this topic. Exactly. And it's also because we in Europe, we have this Green Deal. And so we want to achieve the climate protection goals. And therefore we have to rethink how we can use energy, for what we use energy, and how we can, manufacture, if you like. And that is something goes hand in hand with also the confession of our federal state and also of the state of North Rhine-Westphalia, because they are saying that we want now consequently enlarge the windmills, for example. And that is a good basis for producing hydrogen. So, and because of this confession, it's going a little bit faster, and also people want to be more, if you like, green and following the Green Deal. So it's now the time. I think it hasn't been years ago like this, and so it's now the right time to invest in this technology, in this business models, and but that also demands that we're all working hand in hand. So if we're talking, we need more windmills, we need to get a much faster planning and less regulations, if you like. So, but it's also a good point, because the ministry is saying, well, we have to get faster, and we will encourage this. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So that would be also one of my questions. What are the main barriers from your perspective at the moment? So what do you think? So you just mentioned there's a little bit, if you want to build up a wind farm or pipeline, so that takes many years. But what do you think? What should be changed, or where are the main barriers at the moment? What do you see in this field?
Well, such like in normal life, it's regulations. Yeah, we need less regulations to move much faster. So it's not only the windmills, it's also the solar panels or solar fields. Sorry, we have agribusiness a lot, and we have some solar panels over the fields. And yes, but we need less regulation. We have to be faster in inventing ourselves new in energy questions. Yes.
Is that, what do you think, Ms. Heinemann, is that similar to your experience about the barriers if you are in your chemical parks? I think maybe you're a little bit more flexible, but you still need to be connected. But
well, I definitely agree that the red tape needs to be cut out. We need to move faster. There's also the barrier of reasonably priced electricity. This needs to also be kept in mind. And as Ms. Homan said, we do need to work hand in hand to make this happen, because if we want to move faster, we have to work together. That's the only way that it will work.
Question, Infraleuna, do you have your own electricity production on site, or do you have like, are you okay?
We do have electricity production on site. We're also working on some projects to become more sustainable in our electricity production.
Okay, so that you, if there's some wind farms around, so that you can do some PPA or build up your own wind farms, maybe even. So, okay, but from, I think there's if you look more in the future, so what do you think in which direction, Ms. Homan, from your perspective, what do you think? Also, if you look from investor perspective, what do you think should be changed, or what? Where do you see the future, maybe in your area? What do you think, how will this area will be developed in the future?
Well, as I said before, we have a good basis because we have all the business and research. We have design and research in our area. We have the big research institutions. We have the big universities. So we have the knowledge on hand, if you like. But if we have to make sure, or we have to force that this knowledge developed in these institutions gets into the companies. And we have really to ensure that the companies can finance their research and development on this topic. So it's like a chain, and all the chains have to come together. So it's not only from the transfer, the knowledge from the universities into the companies, but especially into the small and medium-sized companies. And we are reshaping our landscape, if you like, because at the moment we have many open casts, and we will fill them in the end with water, so that we have big lakes, but we're reshaping our landscape. That means we have also new places for business parks, so that we can settle clusters like the Helmholtz cluster and the Brainerd Park, but we have also areas for windmills, for solar panels, but that has to work together. And that is the challenge we are facing, and there's plenty of opportunities for investors, either in settling with their own company or investing in also small and medium-sized companies. And because we are so close, well, we have so many universities, we have also a very good startup scenery in our region. That sometimes you believe this because you're only thinking startups in Berlin or Munich or Hamburg. That's not true. We have, because of Aachen and all the institutions, we have a very good technology startup scenery over here, and they also need investors to implement their technologies into business models and to scale up their business models. So it's also a good point of investments for this kind.
Okay. Thank you. And Ms. Heinemann, what do you think if you think about Infraleuna? And not sure if it's the easy question, but if you think about the next 5-10 years, can you already think about how this area will develop, or what is maybe needed there?
Well, I can say that as Infraleuna, we are currently working on expanding our site. that gives a lot of opportunities for new investors, that we are working together with the local governments to make that happen as quickly as possible. We should be getting another 150 hectares roughly of land for new projects. Of course, looking for anyone who's interested, but specifically also moving towards green chemistry in general, and hydrogen is a big part of that. What we're looking for in terms of support is from the government in general. To build up the infrastructure, we need the space, we need the land. Cables don't just lay themselves. We need the area for that, and we need support in terms of that to make it happen. And in the next 5 to 10 years, we're looking at growing our site, and that's where we would like to ask for the support from the governments, but also from new investors who have great ideas, young thinkers, which we have also in the area here. As Ms. Hohmann said, there's startups in Western Germany, but there are also startups here in the area. So looking for new ideas and looking to build up the area.
Because I think we heard today that there are 40 billion euro available for changing the infrastructure or for infrastructure projects in the areas, lignite areas, open cast areas. So, Ms. Hohmann, what do you think the money should spend for? Do you have an idea? Because it's a lot of money, and maybe there should be a focus on some special topics, or do you have an idea from your perspective for what is really needed?
Yeah, of course, infrastructure is needed. That is the, that is really the basis. We do need infrastructure. We have a good base, but we need even more infrastructure for hydrogen. We need, logistics is also an important part in our region, and the production. So we need the electrolyzer, and it's like a triangle. You need the infrastructure, you need the design and research, and you need the companies who are developing products for the whole value chain. And that is also investors we are looking for along the whole value chain.
Okay, thank you. And Ms. Heinemann, we heard today that there is the largest electrolyzer will be, or at the moment, the largest with 24 megawatt capacity will be built on site. Is this hydrogen, who is building this electrolyzer, and is it then used on site mainly, or from the other companies, or what is the plan? Do you know about this project?
This is the Linda project that we heard from Linda earlier today. I can't really say more than what was said today from Linda directly. That's all the information that I have as well. Okay. I can say that it is a great investment for our site. We're very happy that they decided to do that here, and we're supporting them in every way we can.
Okay, so Linda's on site, and they will build it on their on their site, more or less, or is it separately built it somewhere in?
I can't give any information to that.
Okay,
I have to ask Linda directly, sorry.
No problem. Okay, so thanks a lot, and maybe at the end of our session, so if you could from your perspective to summarize and to invite the investors, maybe could you give some last words? What maybe Ms. Hohmann, if you could start first. So what would you like to say to the investors from abroad?
Yeah, I would like to invite them to come to our region, to the heart of energy production. in former times, but also in the future. So we reinvent ourselves, and yeah, we are modernization, the whole area, and also the energy production. You're welcome to invest. We have new business parks, modern business parks. We have yeah, an exceptionally high density of universities and research centers. We have skilled workers. We have young people. We have good infrastructure in terms of motorways, railway lines, access to ports. So we are a good business region in the heart of Europe, if you like. And yeah, contact us, the Zukunftsagentur Rheinisches Revier. We are the interface, if you like, for to get in touch with all the partners in our area. Doesn't matter if they are from politics, if they are from universities or from science, if they are from business. You're welcome to contact us and to get in touch with us.
Thank you. And Ms. Heinemann?
I would say the same. Come and see us. Come take a look at our chemical site. If you have ideas, if you have projects, if you're interested in working together with other companies on the site already, contact us. We also work closely with GTAI. Contact them, contact us through them. You're welcome to come to Leuna, and hopefully we can transform the energy sector together.
Yeah, thank you very much. That's word at the end. So as mentioned at the beginning, so we work, Germany Trade Invest, we work with all 16 federal states. So today there's the focus on the 3 lignite region. And we are very happy to support you together with our partners in the region to give all the information which is needed to set up your business here in Germany, and especially in the hydrogen sector. So if you have any questions, please contact us. So my focus, as mentioned at the beginning, is on hydrogen energy storage and smart grids. And but we work really close with all partners, and we are really happy to support you expanding your business here to Germany. So you are all welcome. And so thank you very much for joining our breakout session today. And yeah, hope to see you soon in Germany.
Yeah,
thank you very much. You're very welcome. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.